Can you believe them? Your demons? Your dark thoughts? Maybe your subconscious sends you messages to deal with the past and all the evil thoughts in your head. Everyone has powers. Not superpowers, but we're powerful. We may spend our entire life looking for this power, and we may be able to find it, just because we're not looking close enough. Katie walked into the gate of the campus with the expectations that she had had in her mind since she last left her hometown. She tried to be all positive about everything, even though at certain times it seemed nearly impossible. To ignore the fact that she was forced to leave everything behind and move on, move out and move in. No, it's not some dance moves, it's the hard truth. Move on from her past, move out of the town, and finally move into the new place. She hoped she could be better if she forgot, but what will she ever forget? Some girls were laughing together and talking loudly. Her heart pounds as she walks closer to ask them. It takes a lot of courage, and it seems harder the closer she gets. Hey, she smiled cheerfully. She looked optimistic. Her skin so white and her cheeks pink with natural, very red lips. Her eyes were brilliant blue. She knew how to make her smile seem real. One of them looks her straight in the eye, and the rest just wait silently for her to complete what she had started. My name is Katie. I'm new here, and I was wondering if any of you can help me find my dorm. Oh, Katie. I'm Nina, but you'll have to look for your room by yourself. Sorry, she said. Not mean enough, though, but soon turned around and completed what they were gossiping about. Not the best way to start this year. Katie's hopes were only to be able to fit in and find people and make friends. The hallway was silent. The air, thick and heavy with anticipation. People either glaring at her or not noticing her at all. No in between. And not the most comfortable environment, to be honest. Evan was at his room, getting ready to meet his new roommate. He knew it was a girl, so he started preparing. If nothing lasts forever, will you be my nothing? He wrote it in a pink paper and put it on a bed. He thought that it'll make a good first impression and a very refreshing way to start the year. Making a girl feel special on her first day is probably a sweet thing to do. He applied some of his Axe spray in the room to make it smell like a hot man has been here. He unfolded his favorite clothes and took the book that he likes reading, then sat at the bed with a chocolate bar in the other hand. Happy. He was feeling happy. This year is going to be different for him, he hoped. Kai's hands were fixing the camera in front of him. He pulled the chair towards and sat at a good spot where he was able to feel good. As the camera rolled, Kai began talking. Hey, future me. I'm hoping you still are handsome, hot, beautiful, you know. Oh, I know you are. Don't be shy, you're an amazing human. I know you probably have been busy doing your favorite stuff like killing people, torturing dogs. But I need you to know that you have a purpose. Kai leaned forward and his face was very near to the camera lens. They never liked you. They humiliated you. And they loved it when you cried. So doing this is not bad. You must be proud of what you're doing. He smiled and turned off the camera. He got ready to leave the room and went out searching for any desperate face to talk to. As he walked, he bumped into a pretty face. Whoa, watch it, blondie. I really am sorry, I didn't see you. Oh, it's not a problem at all. You're a new face. Freshman? No, actually, I'm a senior. I just switched schools. Personally, I never thought we were gonna expect any new faces in this school. Why? Is it bad? The worst ever, duh. He laughed, but she wasn't glad to hear this news. Forgot to introduce myself. Kai. A senior. Very handsome. She laughed. Yeah, I can see. I'm Katie. Nice to meet you. Katie felt very relieved. that she could find someone who didn't hate her or ignore her. But I noticed that people here aren't so friendly, Katie declared as she walked with Sky. Yeah, they're a bunch of mean teens hardly getting along. You can smell the hatred in the air. Or maybe it's just their nasty smell. It sounds like you hate them. Don't you get along? I've been here since forever and I still hadn't made any friends. That sounds bad. No, it's awesome. It's great to get away from all of them. Is that because they don't like you? I'm just kind of odd. There are dark forces in this world, and if you pay attention to what's going on around you, you end up incorporating it into your life. Maybe it's some aspect of myself that's coming through that people are seeing, that I'm in fact quite psycho. Psycho? Yeah, it's when you think of everything in a different way, and you know the truth that normal people denies. Which is this world. He leaned forward and whispered in her ears, is falling apart. Katie stares at him, then tries to close her gapped lips. Alright, she gestures with her books. I gotta go find my room. He nods, and she escapes through the dark, depressing hallway. Katie stands in front of the room, that its number resembles the card in her hand. She knocks and walks in. A very good sense brings her to reality when she realizes that it's a man's perfume, which actually meant that her roommate was a guy. She put her bag on a bed as she looked at the guy in the bed next to her. Hey, I'm Evan Taylor, and you are? She was left staring until she realized that she had to answer. Oh, Katie. Welcome to my humble room. He got up. These are books that I like reading. You can borrow them sometime as long as you return them back. This is my computer, you're not allowed to touch it, and this is my bed. You can't ever switch beds. I love this one, and I've been on this bed since so long. No problem, I won't switch beds. She tried to be nice, even though she was nervous and a little scared too. Valerie sat on her car and lit her cigarette. She looked at the building and laughed to herself. What are you laughing at? A boy asked as he looked at her. Valerie, what are you doing here? Have I wondered how this world is gonna end? Well, no, and what are you doing here? He came and sat beside her in the front of the car. She inhaled. What? Am I not allowed to go wherever I want? Why would you want to come to school? I mean, you graduated a long time ago, and your sister isn't here anymore. I can't believe you. I hope someone you really love dies, so you know how it feels. There's the irony of it. I don't love anyone, and I'm not gonna lose anyone. The fact that your sister died here doesn't mean that you have to come here every day and stare at the building like a retarded, divorced woman who's homeless and drunk, and let your life fall apart. Why do you care, Jake? Right. Do whatever you want. Why do I care? He yelled, then grabbed his bag angrily and left. Katie was walking around wondering and planning, not feeling good about her new roommate. Even though he looks kind and sweet, she was a little afraid of him. Suddenly, a guy came walking angrily. She couldn't stop herself from staring at him. He was too beautiful. His jawline, his hair, his muscular body, his eyes, everything that she could glimpse caught her attention and made her slightly drool. Who is that? You know this emoji with heart eyes? Yeah, she looked like that. But soon, he was out of sight, even though his picture was still in her mind.